Well, hey there team, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to some more Per Aspera. So we're pushing out this engineering project to pick up where we left off, because we've hit building cap. Still got a lot of problems, but not nearly as bad as we were previously. So once we ruck over this building cap extension, we're kind of laughing, to be honest. Now what's going on there? Why has that got that marker? Oh, does that just mean it's got max droids, max drones or whatever? Okay, that's fine, cool. Network's balanced, it's not that bad. We need to connect up the colony, so that's gonna be a big priority. But more workers equals more wins. I suppose if you thought about it like in the terms of building cap, right? Because that's probably, this is a bottleneck that's going to haunt us. This is not going to necessarily be a once-off, I think. I think ultimately you would want your industry as bare bones as possible. So even though we've got all these resources that we've uncovered, we don't necessarily want to tap them all. In fact, we're going to, these deposits will run out. And I suppose you'd want to build as much of a robot worker industry as possible, have our little solar farm and as many tapped resources as is required. Well, we might, as a rule, try and see if we can meet the potential demand with the potential production. See, like there, we don't have enough aluminium there tapped, but we have bigger problems like that there as well. Maybe that's what we'll aim for, trying to match up the two figures, reconcile them as it were. Yeah, see, that's even Steven. Potential production, potential demand. Yeah. Like even at the base level, if you have a look at, well, see, water we could probably use more, but food, at the moment, I don't think we could physically out-use our production. Well, it depends as well. When it says potential production, is it countering in all this crap as well? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, what have we got? 6 months? Laughing. That's flying along. Build a research outpost. Yeah, that will come. Populate the outpost. How's this colony going? 86. I don't know why people don't want to live there. What are you talking about? It's great. Surely it's something to do with this research outpost not being connected. I don't know what else it could possibly be. New colonist arrival? Okay. However, that might have been them just arriving then, actually. Like I've been waiting for the 100. Yeah, 86 would make sense. That would have been a birth, right? Yeah, okay, so there we go. There's 100. And then hopefully that should hold steady. I can't see why it wouldn't. Yeah, so I was jumping to a conclusion, I think. Interesting that this holds 14 apiece. Can it hold more? Can't see why. Yeah, look, it could. Absolutely. Look at the storage. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So 32, perhaps? Okay, who knows? Let's just go back to researching extra storage. Won't overthink it. Initiate terraforming stage 1, melt the dry ice polar caps. Congratulations, you're about to start the terraforming plan. The first stage consists of liberating all of the CO2 that is trapped as CO2 ice in the polar caps of Mars. This can be done in multiple ways and through different special projects. Check the tech tree to work this out. During this stage, the CO2 in the caps will start sublimating and further increasing the planet's temperature, creating a runaway effect until the caps disappear completely. So we want to raise the temperature to negative 50 degrees Celsius, and at the moment it's at negative 55, by sublimating the frozen poles. Keep it up with the plan and terraforming Mars. Now I think that actually might be black polar dust. No. Because can I build... We would need a new spaceport to do that project, I believe. And I'm at my spaceport limit. So, how do I increase that? I think maybe if we do this. Spaceport limit increase. Let's make that our research priority. Okay. We need to get that connected, and it looks like we've got a power issue there. So, let's... Let's focus in on getting that built. And that will get that powered. Let's see. Aluminium. Potential demand, potential production. So we could... I thought I saw... We've uncovered... There we go. We've uncovered some up there. Yeah. So let's tap that. Let's start trying to reconcile our bottlenecks, eh? Power, solar farm. Probably gonna need maintenance all the way out there. And then let's get a worker hub or 10. There we go. All right, that's more than enough work to keep the boys busy for the moment. How's the colony going?
The carbon dioxide released from the dry ice caps will greenhouse the planet and trigger a runaway effect. And Mars's sterile atmosphere will change forever. Once we reach that point, there is no turning back.
No, you're not wrong.
Forever. Why does that sound so intriguing?
Probably because it's permanent, right? It's inspiring, it's scary, it is permanent. Look at that.
I'm leaving a permanent trace. It may be selfish, but Mars will never be the same, and it will be because of me.
This robot seems more human than we care to admit. Very self-fixated. Hang on. Let's cancel that. Because I just saw... We could get some overlap down here. Build a worker hub to extend that range. Yeah, that way we'll get this area for maintenance as well. Busy little bees, look at them go. Alright, a few worker hubs to stay on top of. Look at that, already building away like crazy. Research outpost will probably get the next round of colonists. Looks like we've lost a few there, but maybe that's an old age thing. It's only a tiny trickle. $97 out of 150.
Humanity's reasons for altering Mars are clear. But what is my purpose in all this?
Fulfill the mission.
I am here to carry out this mission.
Yeah.
Changing a planet forever is a massive responsibility.
That's true.
And ISA has trusted me with this.
So if we have a look at here, in colonies, in airships, current capacity, but allowed by buildings, right? So at the moment, we have a soft cap because of our building capacity as to how many colonists that we can have. So I propose that we build another colony. And we might even put it right on top of this, like have a sort of suburb. Let that get built. What's going on here? Or just outside, eh? Our grid has significant excess, but that's because I've extended out quite a bit, you know. There we go, that'll go well. And I think for the most part yep, cool. So we've got our power and our maintenance overlays is pretty solid. Looks like we've got this next colony built. And then if you have a look here, current capacity allowed by buildings. So 250 is our ceiling still. I don't know what our actual, like, will the research tab give us an idea? Because if we go to biotech, oh, there you go, base colonist limit 250. Perfect. So that's worked out wonderfully, actually.
To fully terraform Mars, we must convert the planet into an Earth-like habitat.
Yeah, you go.
The first step is to raise the planet's temperature above minus 50 degrees Celsius.
Doesn't seem to be happening
at that point. Nearly all the carbon dioxide trapped in the dry ice caps will be released.
Yeah. Okay, can I go? My turn? Wonderful. So that's our king bottleneck at the moment, right? Because we want more tech, you know, we sort of want to unlock all the projects. So the moment the priority, as far as I'm concerned, now that we've got a stable, I want to get all this as my own pet project. I want to get this all stable within potential production parameters. God, I'm hear myself speaking. I'm behaving like a bogan AI anyway. But beyond that, I actually want to make sure that the colonies, like, that is our ultimate bottleneck. So until we have 250 people here on the planet, and there should be another shipload inbound, right? You can click here. Still ages away, right? Once we are at capacity, that will put the appropriate strain on the network. So until then, we just want to make sure that it's supported. They need maintenance, right? But that's because we're still building the maintenance facility there. 14 out of 14 workers. Potential demand, potential production. Look at that. See, it's actually, that's what I was going to say, it gives you a warning saying, hey, you need more of this. So we sort of saw this coming. There's one there. Well, that's the only one. God damn it. Is this going to be within maintenance? It's not. Maintenance just barely overlaps. I'm tempted to just do that. Not the most efficient, but let's just do that for the moment. At least our building limit's gone out to bloody 150. So that's pretty significant. Oh shit, that's not actually connected. What am I doing? I want worker hub. That'll do nicely. Tap that juicy, juicy silicon. Surely that'll help alleviate some pressure. It's kind of a bit ballistic down here. Potential demand, here we go. Potential production is going to go up. Well, it probably needs power, to be honest. That's coming. Well, alright, alright. Potential production, potential demand. So we are still on the lookout for another silicon deposit to tap. Right? Moving right along. Potential, yeah. 5.65. Oh, so that's right on the line, but look how much we've got in reserve as well, so I don't think it's the end of the world. More chemicals are desperately needed. So we've got this one in relatively close. We've got this one here as well. They're all within our overlays, so... What if we put that one there? That should be pretty straightforward, to be honest. Yeah, see the border just moved then? I didn't do anything. It's like the logistics system starts to figure it out, and it will dynamically change as required. Okay, cool. So that was... What did we research then? Storage. No. We researched this. Spaceport limit. Again, let's double back to storage. I think that will really help our network. I still remember when I was looking this up back in the day, people complain they don't understand how storage works or what's the point. But storage, to me, it is a bottlenecking system that utilizes your idle dudes. So you will have dudes within some of these suburbs, like out here might, well, not be the best example, where are the roads quiet? Maybe here? Yeah, this robot here, you can see his little eyeball means he's there. He's just sitting there doing nothing. He's doing nothing. But if you had a storage facility, he will actively start filling it, working towards filling it up. He'll start moving shit in towards it. So it helps deal with the idle component of your network, of which there will be plenty, especially, like, you ultimately want to build way too many robots so that your efficiency bottleneck gets pushed somewhere else. So each individual robot's probably running at like 1% efficiency, but that doesn't matter because the bottleneck should be something else. It should be production, right? You know, how much aluminium is being produced. If you have 10,000 robots servicing one aluminium mine, the aluminium mine should be 100% efficient, hypothetically. Anyway, potential demand, cool. What we will do is we'll build a new spaceport basically ASAP. The other thing is, because the spaceport projects require supply. Oh, look at that. We'll put them right next to each other. So they actually create a huge amount of drain. A lot of resources go inward to the spaceport. Not just now when it's being built. See, now things like this, we've got this really tiny suburb, the landing site. Because remember, ultimately, what makes a suburb, I'm just using that term. I don't even know if Americans, do you guys have suburbs? You've got provinces, shit like that? I don't know. In Australia, we have suburbs, right? You have the state, and within the state, you live in a suburb, which is a small sort of block of land. You know, a neighborhood, right? What delineates them is there's one drone per, right? So this has actually gotten quite small. But I suppose that's required. What's that? The scanner? Electronics factory. Right, and I was going to say, where's the worker in this suburb? It's the one that's part of the landing site. So then, you know, I wonder, theory crafting wise, what if you created a scenario where, like, what can we do with this information? I could try and jam storage in there. However, the landing site already has a stockpile, as it were. Let's wait for the research to tick over, because like I said, I think it gives you the ability to manage stockpiles. At the moment, we can't actually change any of that. So it's just taking whatever we have in excess. So for example, it's taking a shitload of carbon. But we might actually be able to load balance and say, well, I want you to take everything. Now what's going on with this facility over here? 0. I guess we're still waiting for more colonists to roll in. It says we've got 66. Oh no, that's structures. You're an idiot. That's okay. I'm used to being an idiot. Okay. Anyway, so they're building the new spaceport. That's wonderful. Let's tap another chemical plant. Maybe up here, I would say. Yeah, that'll work out fairly well. Yeah, so do you want to sprawl like this? Now, obviously I have to sprawl because I'm trying to tap mines, but surely you wouldn't want to unnecessarily sprawl, because then all of a sudden you have to increase your power footprint, your maintenance footprint. Yeah, I think centralization is the king. As much as possible. And to aid centralization, you would have storage facilities. So, yeah, I want to come up with a theory to that. And I feel like if you... hypothetically, having a storage per suburb, surely that would be king, right? Well, how does the AI work? What happens if I put 2 storages right next to each other? Will the game say, no, I won't have 2 storages in one neighborhood under any circumstances? I don't know if it would do that. You know, but if we can sort of try and massage the boundaries and play the AI against itself a little bit, I reckon maybe we can come up with a scenario where we have a storage buffer similar to what's going on here in the center, associated with each worker. Anyway, work in progress. We'll see, won't we? Now, how's this going? Yeah, again, we're on the lookout for more silicon. Looks like that chemical has been tapped, and that's even at the moment. Now let's look into this. Steel mine. Steel mine is apparently even, but that doesn't look very good to me, does it? Potential production, potential demand. Now steel is obviously like a tier 2. I don't know what else you'd like to call it. Let's stick it right there. So I guess there's advantages of, like if I were to build that near its mother resources. But going into the sort of, yeah, see, I could build it near steel or coal, right? But going into my overflow warehouse throttle bottlenecking theory, it shouldn't matter, right? We should be able to create a network that is so oversaturated with throttle warehouses, I don't know what else to call them, but you know, where the idle hands fill them up. And with more idle hands, then we should be able to deal with that bottleneck. One other thing is, we get an efficiency stat on this, 91% efficiency. Now, I don't know how that works. Like, if we were to click on carbon is, well, there you go, our carbon requirement went up. I think that's because of the steel mine that we just built, if we're being honest. What is dictating the efficiency? Okay, there's our storage center. Fuck yeah. Wind farm. Generates power from wind, placed in windy areas for better performance. Okay, well, there might be a bit of more nuance to the power loop now. See, now the red line's your demand, and there's your potential up there. And the efficiency's pretty steady. Scale. Can we go back like 100 months? Yeah, okay, right. We're having mad efficiency problems. Remember, this is in the infancy of our base. Okay, so what's the takeaway here? Honestly, there's not a lot to take away from the efficiency, other than more workers is just going to create a better efficient system. But you're going to see that before you look at this bloody stat line. Anyway, the time has come. First things first, let's click here. Look at this, switch to customize mode. I bloody told you. So, it's doing exactly what I kind of didn't want it to do. I guess it's not like we're going to discover any new resources. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, there you go. We don't have that yet. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Game, you don't make it easy with 1200 storage and bloody 13 slots. I'll tell you that much. Okay. Storage center. Let's see what we can manage here. Alright, so just to be a little bit cruel, there's already a storage in there. So let's say this suburb. Let's say we put one right here and just see what happens. Alright, rezoned a little bit. You're a worker hub. Hasn't rezoned yet. Now, switch to customize mode. Switch to default mode. Load. Pending deliveries. Shows the number of resources that are pending delivery in each hub's sector. Yeah, you say hub. Does this have a load stat line? You can see there it's got little lines coming out, so it is actually receiving deliveries. So we don't get a glimpse of load at a time. So obviously this is starting to ramp it up because this little drone's going to be busy putting 1200 bloody resources into his thing. So I'm not super worried about that. Just means he's busy. Okay. You got any new silicon for me, game? No. Looks like a lot of our stuff is starting to steady out.
Wind turbines will provide clean, renewable power for my base.
Sure.
I can maximize efficiency by placing them in areas of high wind.
Thank you. Yes, correct. Now, it's interesting. See, even though we've got a shitload of carbon, it's gone red because the game has predicted a downward trend due to the steel plants manufacturing, right? So we should tap carbon sooner than later. We've got a deposit there. We've got one there. Got one up there. Let's do this one up here. Right. So let's push out our potentials to be within tolerance, so that our potential across the board is covered. That's what we ultimately want. Oh wow, that's built already. That was quick. So that's even Steven by the look of it. Now what's going on here? We want more iron. Oh look, there's one right there. It's a bit strange, isn't it? Get that built. And then we're getting green arrows on it. So that's holding steady. And then ice. We could absolutely use more ice. That's tapped. There's one down there. Oh, there's one up here. That one's probably well within our coverage. Looks like this suburb settled a bit. Bunch of storage. Yep. Now, oh, that's a level 2 deposit, and I don't think we have the tech. Yeah, it's a deep vein, so we can't necessarily tap that yet. So that was... What did we just tap then? Ice. Oh no, it's still building? Or is it... Oh no, it's good. Potential demand, yep. I think we're sort of... Oh, hang on, I was mousing over the wrong thing. Potential demand 6. We want to tap another ice if we can. Yeah, lucky I'm paying attention to all this stuff. Well, now. So this is interesting. I think this network is being stressed out because it's essentially one dude servicing 3 buildings. So we might have to do something about that. Shit, that's out of maintenance range. Well, you know, it was bound to happen. Yeah. Anyway, things are coming along. Temperature is not moving because we're not really having an impact. But to give you a bit of a hint, well, there are projects that we can do up here, which we didn't even look at. I don't think we've unlocked them at all. Spaceport available. This is why I'm getting... Well, that's kind of worked out well. Special projects, right? But essentially we want more special projects, and that's why we wanted the spaceports. Was to dedicate to them. But if you go to the tech tree, you'll see that improve roads. It might be greenhouse gas factory, for example, right? You can just blast gases out to sort of push that terraforming process forward. You know, I love these terraforming games. Yeah. Anyway, so that's where we're at. Things going well. We're just sort of flattening these bottlenecks. And then beyond that, it'll be Droid City. Let's build a fucking bazillion of them and then get all the storages going. See if we can deal with this red. Alright, cool. Team, thanks again for joining me. Might just leave it there for the time being, and I will catch you guys on the next one.